Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Chemistry with DB. So in this GCSE chemistry lesson, I am going to explain to you the structure of the periodic table, groups, periods, metals, non-metals and also the electron arrangement. So this is our periodic table, a standard periodic table. All of the elements, so there is a zigzag structure here. Okay. Everything to the left of this zigzag are metals. So you can see almost 75% of the elements in the periodic table are metals. And everything to the right of this zigzag, these are all non-metals. So this is our broad classification that is given in a periodic table. Now, how are the elements arranged in this periodic table? According to their atomic number. So the first element in the periodic table is hydrogen, which has an atomic number of 1, which means it has got 1 electron. Second element is helium, which has got 2 electrons. Then third is lithium, beryllium and so on. So you see it's arranged as per the atomic number. Now the question arises, why is the periodic table elements, are they arranged in as per their atomic number and not their atomic mass? This is broadly because the number of electrons basically decide how a particular element is going to behave in chemical reactions. So the number of electrons and their electron arrangement, that is basically decides what makes an element. So this is why the elements are arranged as per their atomic number. Now let's have a quick recap of what we have just learned. So the elements are arranged in the periodic table in the order of the atomic number, because the atomic number represents the number of electrons that an element has, and the number of electrons and their arrangement in the various shells, that basically decides their chemical properties. So this is why the elements are arranged as per atomic number. Now broadly the arrangement is as per groups and periods. So now let's see what are groups and periods. Now when we look at the periodic table, then these horizontal rows, that means this one, for example, this is the first. Okay, so the horizontal rows are periods and the vertical columns, that is this one. Okay, these are the columns. So this is the first column, that is group 1. Second column is group 2. Okay, so all of the elements, for example, lithium, sodium, potassium, these are all group 1. Group 2 is beryllium, magnesium, calcium and so on. So these are all groups, right? Group 3, group 4, group 5. The group number, basically what does it tell us? It tells us how many electrons are there in the outermost shell. Now let's come to the periods. So these, as I told you, that the horizontal, these rows are periods. So therefore the first period, the number of the period tells us how many shells are there in that particular atom. So the first period elements, for example hydrogen and helium, they have got only one shell. The second period elements, lithium, beryllium and all of these, up to here, these all have 2 shells. That's why they are in the second period. The third period elements have 3 shells and fourth period element have 4 shells. Now again a quick recap. The groups, vertical columns are the groups, and what does the group number tell us? It tells us about the number of electrons that an element has in its outermost shell. For example, if we look at, for example, let's say sodium. So sodium has 11 electrons, right? And it's in the group 1. That tells us it has 1 electron in the outermost shell, because it's in group 1, right? And if, for example, if we look at, let's say nitrogen is present in group 5. So what does that tell us? That it has 5 electrons in the outermost shell. Now coming to the periods, the horizontal rows represent period and the period number tells us how many shells that particular atom is going to have. Arrangement of electrons happens as per the 288 rule. That means the first shell will have only 2 electrons, second shell will have 8 electrons, and the third shell will have 8 electrons. So that means this is how the broadly the electron structure is going to be. Now let's just quickly look into some of the examples of whatever we have learned today. So let's look at lithium. So you can see from the periodic table that the atomic number for lithium is 3, which means it has got 3 electrons. 3 electrons, so therefore these will be arranged. The first shell can have 2. So how many left? Only 1 electron left. So therefore the outermost shell will have how many? 1 electron. So therefore it is in the first group. And how many shells it has? 2. 1 and 2. So therefore period that lithium is present in second period. Now let's look at sodium. Sodium has got 11 electrons, right? Because the atomic number is 11. So electron arrangement will be the first shell will have 2, second shell will have 8, and the how many left? Only 1 left. So 1. So therefore the group number will be 1, first group, and period will be, because there are 3 shells, you see 1, 2, 3. So therefore period will be third period. Fluorine is 9, so 9 electrons arranged as 2 and then 7 left. So 7, 2 and 7, and then which group will it be? It will be in the 7th group. And how many shells will it have, or the period? 2. Carbon is 6, so 6 electrons, 2 and 4. So which group? 4th group. And how many shells? 2, so period 2. Phosphorus 15 electrons arranged as 2, 8, 5. So which group will it be? 5th, because the outermost electrons are 5. And then how many shells it has? 1, 2, 3. So therefore period is 3. Calcium is 20, so it has 20 electrons. Arranged will be as 2, 8, 8 and then 2. Right? 2, 8, 8 in the first 3 shells, and 2 remaining are going in the 4th shell. So obviously you can see that this is going to be in the 4th period. And the group will be, because outermost electrons 2, so therefore second group this will be. So this is how, just by looking at the atomic number, you can tell which group or element a particular element belongs to. And if you know the group or period, then you can also identify an unknown element. So I hope you were able to understand the broad arrangement of the various elements in the periodic table. And if you like this video, then please like, share and subscribe. And I look forward to see you on my next video. Bye. Thanks for watching. Take care.